Hi everyone, this is Anna again. Welcome back to my channel. Many of you are asking which visa you should get, if it is IR1 or CR1 visa. And also there is someone asked about USCIS. So USCIS, it means United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. It is the federal agency that oversees lawful immigration. So when you're applying for a visa, especially spousal visa for US, you have to apply that in the USCIS. The first step of the process in applying the spousal visa for US is in the USCIS. In the next video, we're going to discuss about how to apply the spousal visa and what's the process in the USCIS. But in this video, we're going to discuss about the difference between IR1 or CR1 visa. If you're married to a US citizen or legal permanent resident and you're looking forward to move to the US, you will need to apply for a marriage green card or a spousal visa because you are currently living in the Philippines or outside the United States. You will apply for your green card at your local US embassy or consulate using a process called consular processing. You will obtain CR1 or IR1 visa, which will allow you to legally enter the US and receive your green card. So now let's go over the differences between CR1 and IR1 visa. CR1 is short for conditional resident. This visa is given to applicants who have been married less than 2 years when their green card is approved. When the Filipino spouse arrives in the US after 2 years, they must apply to remove the conditions and they will then receive a 10-year permanent green card. That's the CR1 visa. Then IR1 is short for immediate relative. This visa is given to applicants who have been married for more than 2 years. And when their green card is approved, the IR1 holder doesn't need to remove conditions and will have 10 years before they need to renew their permanent resident card. A CR1 or IR1 visa allows a US citizen or a green card holder to sponsor their spouses, especially Filipino spouses or other foreign spouses, to come to the US. Now, let's have the requirements for the CR1 or IR1 visa. First, the sponsor must be a US citizen or a green card holder. Next, the couple must be lawfully married and provide a valid marriage certificate. Then, they must be able to prove that their marriage is real using evidence like photos and flight itineraries. That's why in my other video about the CR1 CR1 visa requirements, I mentioned you have to print all the photos, the receipts, hotel itineraries and flight itineraries, so to prove that you were together and your marriage is real. All the conversations, all the pictures, print it out and make a scrapbook so you are ready during the interview and you will show that to them and prove that your marriage is real. Next, the sponsor must promise to financially support their spouse and they must have the means to support their household at 125% of the federal poverty level. If the sponsor doesn't meet the income requirements, they can use a joint sponsor. And next, the sponsor must have US domicile or some properties in the US. This means they must either live in the US or show they plan to return to the US with their foreign spouse or with their Filipino spouse. The cost for a CR1 or IR1 visa is $535 to file Form I-130 or petition for alien relative, and $325 to process the DS-260 form or immigrant visa application, and around $400 for the medical, although it could cost more or less depending on the country. But in the Philippines, when I got my medical exam, we paid for like 18,500 pesos, so it's around $400 in American dollar. Yeah, that's expensive. If you apply a CR1 visa, you will also need to pay $595 to remove the conditions on your green card after 2 years, plus $85 fee to have your fingerprints taken. Yeah, CR1 visa is quite expensive than IR1 visa because you have to pay to remove the condition so you can have the 10-year green card. The waiting time for CR1 or IR1 visa depends on the government field office that process your application. Currently, it could take like anywhere from 4 months at the Nebraska Service Center to process the I-130, or they said 4 to 4 years, but I think it's just only 4 months to 2 years. It depends on the government field office. Yeah, they said Nebraska is the fastest, as I heard, but ours was in Texas. And so you can use this tool to check the latest processing time. So I will put the link in the description below, so just check. Once your I-130 is approved, it can take 4 to 6 months to receive your CR1 or IR1 visa. If you're not married to a US citizen, if you're married to a green card holder, you may have to wait a while before a visa becomes available. So remember, if you received an IR1 visa, there's nothing left to do. You simply need to renew your green card after 10 years. And if you received a CR1 visa, then you will need to apply to remove the conditions after 2 years. So because the government wants to make sure one last time that your marriage is authentic or it's real marriage. That's why you have to apply to remove the conditions after 2 years, and then you can receive a 10-year green card. Okay, that's all for this video. If you find that this video is helpful, please comment down below, like and share, and don't forget to subscribe. And thank you for watching. See you soon in the next video.